Chapter 2, Section 2, addition of integers. So again, no fractions, no decimals. This stuff is going to hopefully be fairly easy for you getting into this. The only thing we're adding in is adding and subtracting negative numbers. So we're going to think about this on a number line. So I just have this number line on the top up here just so you can see where we are. I'll put a couple marks on that one for reference. You do not need to. You could always draw it next to. I'll probably draw some over on the sides as well. But for example, when adding a number on a number line, we always go the same direction. So 5 plus 3 is 8. So if I put that on a number line here, I have my 5, and I have to go 3 jumps there. That's going to get me to 8. So we are always going right when we are adding on a number line. When subtracting on a number line, we are always going to go left, because it's the opposite of addition. So this first one here, 10 minus 4 is 6. If you had your number line, 10 is on there. And if we went 4 jumps, we get to 6. It gets a little harder though when you get to these other ones. 3 minus 5 is a negative 2. So when we look at that on a number line, if we start at 3, 0 is in here, and the 0 is 1, 2, 3 moves, but we need to go a total of 5, so we have to go 2 more, which gets us to our negative 2. So when subtracting, make sure that if you're crossing over 0, you go the whole way there. There's a little note here. When you're given 2 math operations, we can simplify things a little bit because it's always hard to think about 2 numbers next to each other. So we can simplify it by making it 1 operation, or we could say 1 sign, so not a plus and a minus next to each other. So for example, 8 plus a negative 3 could be written as 8 minus 3. We just get rid of the plus sign there. So adding a negative is the same as subtracting. And when we subtract on a number line, we go left. So our answer here is going to be a positive 5. 8 plus a negative 3. This is just a different way to write the same problem as above. It would be 8 minus 3 still, and that equals 5 still. I'm not going to draw a number line for those. I think you guys are understanding the number line piece there. Now this next example, negative 13 plus a negative 24, gets a little more tricky here. So let's rewrite it without our plus sign there. Negative 13 minus 24. Now remember, this is still a negative 13. So on your number line, if you're at negative 13, 0 is somewhere over here. And which direction we're going? We are going left. So we have to go, how many jumps to the left? We have to go 24 jumps that way. So negative 13 minus 24 would give us a final answer of negative 37. So way down there. Some of you might have thought negative 13 minus 24, and you would have started at a positive 13. Well, remember that negative here is with the 13, so you're starting below 0 already. The book talks about something called if you keep the operation that's in front of the number with the number, you can change the order of the numbers around. Sometimes it's easier to reorder math problems so that they're easier to work with. So just a couple examples here. This 125, it's really the same as a positive 125, and then we have plus 11 and minus 50. So now that we have a sign with each of those, we can write them in any order. The book's trying to get you to think that if I have a positive 125 and I take away 50 from that, and then I add 11 to that, that's easier than 125 plus 11 minus 50. So 125 minus 50 is a positive 75, and then we're going to add 11, which is going to get us to 86. Either way, you're going to get the same answer. With which order you do it in doesn't really matter. But sometimes it's easier to reorder to think about it. This next example, for me, I probably wouldn't reorder it, but the book uses it as an example. So they think that if you have a positive 7 here, positive 3, this plus minus 5 could really just be a minus 5, and this plus minus 7 could really be a minus 7. So you have a positive 7 plus 3 minus 5 minus 7. The book thinks, and some of you might think as well, that a positive 7 minus 7 plus 3 minus 5, and I just reordered those, put those in a different order there, you can get 0 here plus 3 minus 5, and then you would have 3 minus 5 when we get our negative 2. You do not have to do it the way the book says it in that case. If you want to do it the order that it's written on the page, that is totally up to you. This next one is a little easier probably to reorder it. You have a negative 75, a positive 85, and then you have a plus minus again. So let's rewrite that. Negative 75 plus 85 minus 25. 75 and 25 fit well together, so negative 75 minus 25 plus 85. So I move the order around. And now we have negative 75 minus 25 is going to give us a negative 100. Remember, we're moving left when we subtract. So you're going to have to, you're at negative 75, you're going 25 further left. Plus 85 gives us a 15. That's a negative 15. So either way, reorder them or don't. That's your choice. The big goal here is, can you add positive and negative numbers in your head? Also writing some things down as well without a calculator. So we look at the assignment number 4 through 14 in your head before the calculator. Please check them with the calculator to make sure you got them right. Have fun.